बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अहो चित्रमहो चित्रम् वन्दे तत्प्रेमबन्धनम् यद्बद्धं मुक्तिदं मुक्तम् ब्रह्मक्रीडा भृगीकृतम् यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। The Divine Souls, welcome to our Satsang here at Radha Madhav Dham. Today I'll be sharing some philosophy with you based on one famous shlok that talks about a comparison between human beings and other animals, other species. Ahar nidra bhayamaithunancha samanyame पशुभिर्नराणां ज्ञानं हि तेषामधिको विशेषो ज्ञानेन हीनाः पशुभिः समानाः. The saint is saying that in four aspects, human beings and other animals are the same. Firstly, the way we need to eat to survive, ahar. We have to eat, animals have to eat. Nidra, we have to sleep, they have to sleep. Bhai, we fear for our life, and animals also fear for their life. And we both reproduce. Animals give birth to children, we give birth to children. Now, this saint is saying that in these four regards, humans and animals are equal, because humans also do all four of those things, and animals also do all four of those things. However, Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj, when he references this shlok, he says most human beings are inferior to animals in these four regards because we don't have the same discipline that animals have. Whereas animals eat in order to live, they eat to survive, we eat for pleasure a lot of the time. And because of that, our health may suffer. So from a discipline point of view, animals eat when they're supposed to. They eat what they're supposed to in the simple way the earth provides it for them, whereas we eat for pleasure, we eat for taste, and many times we may prepare the food in such a way that destroys its natural qualities, and we end up being inferior to animals in terms of the way we consume food. Shri Kripaluji Maharaj makes a similar comment when it comes to sleep. He says animals follow a definite sleeping pattern. They sleep at the same time every day and they wake at the same time every day. They only sleep as much as is required for their body. However, many of us sleep in irregular patterns. One day we may sleep early, the next day we sleep late, we get up early, we get up late. We may sleep much more than our body needs or much less than our body needs. Thus, in this regard, many of us may be inferior to animals when it comes to our sleeping patterns. Same thing with fear. Many humans harbor irrational fears and dwell upon those fears unnecessarily. Animals are afraid when it's time to be afraid, and when it's not time to be afraid, when there's not a lion chasing them, then they're not afraid. So they're more logical than we are when it comes to fear. And when it comes to reproduction as well, animals use the act as a means of producing offspring, but many human beings use it as a form of recreation. So in these four regards, although there's some equality between humans and animals in that we perform those same types of functions. However, when it comes to the discipline part of it, animals probably are much better than we are. Nonetheless, in this shlok, Bhartrihari is saying, animals also do these four things: eating, sleeping, fearing, reproducing. Human beings also do these four things. Then what separates humans from animals? Why do our scriptures in many places say that we're very lucky to get a human birth? Janmantara sahasraistu manushyatvam hidurlabham Mahabharat. Vedavyasji is saying it's so rare to get a human birth. After thousands of births in other species, you might get a chance to be born as human. So Bhartrihari gives the answer, Jnanam hitesham adhiko visheshaha. Human beings have more knowledge than other species. And because of this knowledge, we can perform actions, what we call karma. The actions we perform have a potential to uplift us, throw us down, or even take us all the way to God realization. Animals are not held responsible for their actions. Therefore, their actions are not considered to be karma. They are mere doings. They are physical doings, which they do according to their own instincts. But they're not held responsible because an animal doesn't have the knowledge, the intellectual power to discriminate between right and wrong. An animal just acts on instincts and attachments. An animal will also protect their young, just like we do. But it's not out of a sense of right and wrong. It's just out of a sense of attachment and their bare instincts. Human beings, however, have the ability to override their instincts and their attachments and do the right thing even if it goes against their instincts and attachments. Therefore, God monitors all of our actions based upon our motivation behind those actions, and he qualifies them, he categorizes them. This is a bad action because we had a bad motivation behind it. This is a good action because we had a good motivation behind it. Because of this, Tulsidas Ji says, Narak Swarga Apavarga Niseni Gyan Virag Bhakti Sukhadeni. That having received a human form, we have many things we could attain. We could even attain Narak. Narak is the place we go to be punished for our wrong actions. If somebody has done a preponderance of bad actions, a majority of bad actions, they may be sent to a type of jail we call Narak, spiritual jail, and receive some punishment for that. Then they'll be released and they'll come back on this earth, and eventually they'll receive another human birth. But with the ability to perform karma, the knowledge that we have, and the expectation of God that we will use this knowledge for good things, we could nonetheless end up earning Narak because of our karma. Tulsidas Ji goes on to say, we could also go to Swarg, which is the opposite of Narak. Punyena punyalokam nayati papena papamubhabhyameva manushyalokam. Ved says, if you do a lot of punya, you use your power to perform karma, use your knowledge to do good things and help other people, then you could be rewarded with a temporary stay in Swarg. Just like Narak, we stay there for some time. Instead of getting punished, we're rewarded with celestial enjoyments, and then we come back here, eventually receiving another human birth. But Naraji says, beyond Swarg and Narak is God's divine abode. And if someone uses this ability to perform karma to attain God, if they do bhakti, then they can attain ultimate bliss and permanent freedom from suffering. So you see what an amazing opportunity this human birth is. Namanusham binanyatra tattvajnanantu labhyate. Garuda Puran. Again, Vedavyasji is saying there's no other life form in which you can gain this knowledge. Even the simple tattva jnana I shared with you in the last 5 minutes. Other species cannot gain this knowledge. Therefore, they can do nothing towards the ultimate goal of their soul. Since eternity, we have been taking birth after birth, and believe it or not, we have been to Narak infinite times already. Hearing about Narak, you might get scared, thinking, oh, who wants to go there? No, we've all been there. Infinite times in the past. And you might be thinking, oh, what would it be like to go to Swarg? We've all been there infinite times as well. But just like we can't remember our last birth on this earth, we also can't remember the times we've spent in Narak or Swarg, because those memories are in the unconscious levels of our mind. They're not accessible by our conscious mind. But we've been there. We've existed since eternity, and we've been to Swarg, Narak. We've been born here on earth in other species as well, infinite times, and as human beings as well. So in this birth, our time has come around again. God has given us another chance as a human being, and having given us the human birth, He also makes sure through His Vedas and by sending saints on earth to instruct us that we get this tattva jnana, that we know, okay, as a human being, although we're the same as animals in many ways, there's one thing that sets us apart. We have the knowledge to discriminate between right and wrong. We can also learn about God, and then how we use that knowledge will determine what results we get in our future incarnations. If we use our knowledge to cheat or harm others, then we'll be punished. If we use our knowledge to transcend our own desires in order to help others, we'll be rewarded. And if we use this knowledge to attach our mind to God, we'll actually do what some of our brothers and sisters have done in the past, like Tulsidas Ji, Mirabai, Shankaracharya, Guru Nanak. These are all great saints from our history who did what? They did bhakti to attach their mind to God. And then they received God's grace. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Gita. Shri Krishna says, we surrender to God, God graces us, and when our mind is fully surrendered, we get God's ultimate grace. Then we get perfect bliss, and we're freed from sorrows forever. So for us as human beings, we have to think about, I have this human birth for a limited time, maximum 100 years. Who knows though? People die at any age along the way. So let me use this human birth for something great before it's too late. Certainly let me not use it to cause harm to others. Let me definitely do something to help others, and certainly let me learn about the path to God so that I can attach my mind to God, become surrendered to Him, and attain perfect bliss, because that's the ultimate aim of our existence. And the only chance of doing that is when we're in this human body. Over the coming week, starting tomorrow for 6 days, Monday to Saturday, I will be giving a lecture series here in the evenings, 7:30 till 9 p.m. each day. And I'll be talking about the path to God, and in fact, how easy it is. That in the same way we can love a person in this world and mentally get attached to them by dwelling upon them, we can use this same loving nature of our heart to attach ourselves to God. One of the best ways of doing this is through the Leelas of Radha Krishna. Their playful, loving Leelas are very attractive to the human heart. So simply by hearing them explained, by chanting them, and by meditating upon them, we can attach our mind to Radha Krishna, which is such a simple method, but is the only practice required in order to become surrendered to Radha Krishna and attain God in this life. So I'm inviting all of you for the coming week to join us starting tomorrow and every day this week, Monday through Saturday. I'll be chanting some beautiful songs, some beautiful descriptions written by Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj, explaining these different pastimes of Radha Krishna. So I'll be both explaining them and we'll be singing them and meditating upon them together. And along the way, I'll explain how this relates to the path to God and how it can be incorporated into our daily practice of spirituality. So now, let us all spend a few minutes just doing some simple chanting of Radha Krishna name. While we're doing this chanting, let us also picture the form of Radha Krishna in our mind. Let us close our eyes, picture the beautiful form of Radha Krishna, and feel that we are meeting them actually. As we do this, we'll do some Radhe Govinda Kirtan to help us stay focused. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda
Radhe
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद 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 गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
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 Bolo Shyama Shyam Ki. I also meant to mention that we'll be serving dinner prasad after the program. So we finish at 9 and dinner prasad will be served after that for anyone who wants to partake.
Radhe Radhe everyone. Welcome to Shree Raseshwari Radha Rani temple here at Radha Madhav Dham. Can we give a big round of applause for Bhaiya for a beautiful lecture?